It's getting so long. This isn't a cover. Hello and welcome to the first Flowerless long form video. I'm starting the series specifically on YouTube to talk about topics that I feel like talking about. I have a couple of vague ideas of what I want to discuss, but if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. I've been enjoying video game content lately, like a lot of critical analysis of video games and let's plays and movie synopses. So if you have any recommendations of things that you think I would enjoy doing, maybe I could just talk about my week. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Let me know in the comment section below, I'd appreciate it. So I'll be posting these specifically to YouTube. I'm trying to get used to being in front of the camera. I really want to do more and be creative from home. And I like creating this kind of content, like these kinds of videos. And it's really fun when I look at the end result. But while I'm doing it, I always get a bit nervous. So I'm hoping that with time, I'll realize that there is a person on the other side of that lens. Hello. In general, I've just really been enjoying a lot of content on YouTube lately, and I kind of just want to replicate it. I want to be part of that community and that industry. People like Nakey Jakey, who are making these really cool edited videos. People like Ludwig, who literally just talk in front of the camera, and, you know, it's cool. For today's first episode, I'm going to be talking about a topic that is very near and dear to my heart, and hopefully it is to yours too. My song coming out tomorrow. I wrote the song about 4 years ago when the first girl I ever fell in love with and I separated. And that was really hard for me. I didn't really understand why. I was trying to understand why. And like, the sad truth is I was the one who broke up with her. But I just knew that it had to happen. It wasn't like I really wanted it to happen. By the end of it, I was really sad about it. To have it end, you start to question a lot of different things, like why did we break up? What was the reason? Was there even a reason? I think it's super important that I pulled from those experiences because that song in general is me trying to understand what I need in a partner, what I need in a good relationship, what is a healthy relationship for me. So to give you a little bit of background about myself, I've been in a bunch of bands throughout my life. The first one was a post-hardcore, but more so on the deathcore side of things, kind of sound. We were called Avicenna, and I think everything's been taken down from that project, sadly. And then I kind of joined a pop group called Fox and Wolf. And that was really fun. I created a lot of content with that group of people. It wasn't feeding the itch that I had to create. And I really wanted to create something unique and special to me, but I wasn't really sure what that was yet. And then I kind of found Flug. Blessed is he, Rompton Padar. A band that revolved a lot, like very heavily around flowers. The first songs that we released were called Daisy and Summer Love, and our biggest single was called Red Rose. I was at a point with this band that I was really happy I was creating stuff that was really unique and interesting, but I wasn't being myself. I wasn't genuinely talking about the topics that I fully wanted to discuss. I didn't have full creative freedom, and I think that was an issue for me. So ultimately Flowerless came about because at the time, it was to be without a band. The bands had so much to do with flowers at that time. Neck Deep was doing In Bloom, you know. Everybody was just talking about flowers in the band community and band scenes. And I wanted to separate myself from that. I wanted to be a separate entity from those bands. I wanted to be flowerless. So sadly, Flug ended up breaking up. Very shortly after, I was contacted by Cole Hardy of Knightwell, and he messaged me being like, hey, are you interested in, you know, joining a new band? And I was like, honestly, yes, like, let's go. They sent me a demo over, and I was blown away, Drive. It was like, okay, this is like something legit. This sounds like something consistent it sounds like something like a step further, and I was looking for that. I was looking to grow. And so I joined Knightwell, and we've been making music ever since. Our album is now out on Spotify. You can find it everywhere. That was an experience that really taught me the value of being in a band, and lots of staying organized, staying on task, making sure that you're doing the things that you're setting your mind to. I'm kind of a planner. I plan things out, but consistency is not something I'm very good at, and Knightwell really, I think, taught me the value of being consistent. Growing up a little bit, I think that's important. It was about realizing that music is now a career. It's not just for fun anymore. And even if it circles the career itself, even if it just helps whatever career I end up having further itself, then I'd be happy, because I love music. It's something I can't live without. So Origami, I think it's an important song for me to release, not just have written. I don't know if at the time while I was writing it, if I had really understood what it meant and what a lot of it means. But when you put all of the pieces together, you get a glimpse into the identity, into my identity, into the things that bother me, into the things that keep me up, in the things that intrigue me, that the things that I want in a partner. And I think that's super important. Before we finish off, because I think I've been talking a little bit too much at this point, but before we finish off, I just want to say a big thank you to you who's watching this. If you're a family member, thank you. If you are a band member, thank you. If you are in another band and you just appreciate my work, thank you. I'm very excited for Origami to come out. I'm hella nervous. I still have to edit this video after this, and I'm looking forward to that, but I'm also a little bit nervous that I just sound like a complete shit show. Drop a like, please, and thank you, just because it motivates me. It really does. But yeah, I want to give a big shout out to the community in general for helping me out with all of this. I've had a lot of friends reach out and really in support, and just letting me know that, like, you can do this. You can pull this off. If you are one of those people, thank you very much. If you aren't one of those people, there's always tomorrow. Please make sure you are sharing the song. Share, tell your family, tell your grandmother, tell the Jehovah's Witness that shows up at your doorstep. Oh, social distancing, he can't do that right now. Just tell him anyways. Just like show up at his doorstep. Go up to that Jehovah's Witness and be like, yo, what up, dude? Like, have you heard of Flowerless, our Lord and Savior? But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying. Make sure you are following me on, it's right there, or maybe it's actually there. I don't know. It might be here. In general, if you're at home right now, if you're bored, if you don't really know what you're doing, hang out with me. I'm happy to keep you preoccupied, and thank you very much once again. Have yourselves a wonderful night, and until next time.